Have you ever felt like you're literally drowning in information? Well, what if I told you that that exact feeling is hiding an $8.7 billion business idea? Today, we're diving into an absolutely brilliant report from Exploding Startup Ideas that uncovers this massive opportunity. And hey, if you want to go even deeper, the link to their full analysis is right down in the description. So, does this feel familiar? You're juggling articles, YouTube tutorials, meeting notes, a mountain of PDFs. It's a constant battle just to keep your head above water. You are definitely not alone in this. And this quote from a user on Reddit, it just hits the nail on the head. Even the AI tools that are supposed to be our saviors can end up creating a disorganized mess, glossing over the important details. It's a super common frustration. All right, so let's really break down this problem. The report from Exploding Startup Ideas has the perfect name for it: drowning in information. And believe me, the scale of this is just staggering. Just think about that for a second. Over 100 emails every single day. And that's just email. We're not even counting Slack messages, research papers, or online courses. It's an absolute tidal wave of content. And here's the real kicker. After we wade through all that content, most of us, we retain less than 20% of it. That is a huge amount of wasted time and energy. It basically means our current ways of doing things are just incredibly inefficient. So to cope with all this, we end up with this totally chaotic digital workspace, right? We've got one app for YouTube summaries, another for our meeting notes, a third for PDFs. We spend more time just switching between tools than we do actually learning anything. Okay, but what if there was a better way? This is where it gets exciting. Let's get into the solution that the Exploding Startup Ideas report lays out and see how it builds up to this massive business opportunity. The big idea is what they call a unified AI summarization command center. Just imagine one central hub where you can drop a YouTube link, upload a PDF, connect your meeting calendar, and it all just gets processed and organized in one place. No more digital gymnastics, no more copy-pasting into a dozen different apps. So what does this thing actually do? Well, these are the key features that make it so powerful. It's not just about summarizing stuff from different places. It's about automatically organizing all that knowledge, letting you chat with your documents to find specific answers, and plugging it all right into the tools you already use, like Slack or Google Drive. Game changer. Now, an all-in-one tool sounds great, but is there a real market for it? Oh, you better believe it. According to the analysis, we are talking about a multi-billion-dollar opportunity here. Just let that number sink in. $8.7 billion. The report says the market for AI video summarization alone is projected to hit that number. That's a mind-blowing market for just one piece of this whole puzzle. And this chart just shows the crazy momentum. This market isn't just sitting still, it's growing by almost 25% every single year. That's outpacing most other software categories, which tells you the demand is absolutely exploding. So who needs this? Well, pretty much everyone. We're talking students buried in lecture notes, remote teams trying to keep up with meetings, big companies with thousands of hours of training videos. This is not a niche product. It's a tool for basically any modern knowledge worker. You know, this is probably my favorite detail from the report. The demand is so real that people are literally building their own tools just to solve this problem for themselves, because the stuff out there isn't cutting it. That is one of the strongest signals you can ever get for a startup idea. So, why is right now the perfect time to build this? The report from Exploding Startup Ideas points to a few key factors all coming together at once, creating what you could call a perfect storm. First, the tech is finally here. AI is good enough and cheap enough to actually deliver high-quality summaries at scale. Second, as we've already seen, users are totally overwhelmed and desperate for a solution. And third, the existing market is all chopped up into little pieces. Let's take a closer look at that last point. This table just lays it out perfectly. You've got tools that are great at one thing, like NoteGPT for video or Otter for meetings, but nobody has connected all the dots. Every single one of them leaves a huge part of your workflow totally uncovered. And that is the core insight right there. The billion-dollar opportunity isn't about being a slightly better video summarizer.
It's about becoming the central command center, the one platform that makes all those other little tools kind of obsolete.
But, and this is a big but, this perfect storm isn't going to last forever. The report makes it super clear that there is a real sense of urgency here. The window is closing. Look, the big guys are aware of this problem. Google, Microsoft, Slack, they're all trying to build summarization features. But they're huge, slow-moving ships. They aren't focused on creating that amazing user experience that a nimble startup can absolutely nail. The analysis basically estimates there's about an 18 to 24-month window for a fast-moving startup to build this thing, capture the market, and build a brand before the big guys finally catch up. So, yeah, the clock is definitely ticking. So this is the final question, and it's a powerful one. The tech is ready, the market is practically begging for a solution, and there is a clear, wide-open gap to fill. Could you be the one to build the platform that finally tames information overload? So that was just a quick look at an incredible deep dive. If this sparked an idea for you, I seriously recommend you go read the full report from Exploding Startup Ideas. Like I said, the link is right in the description below. Thanks for tuning in.